You keep on kissing fat girls. Heel Dave Bautista was a menace during his feud with John Cena. As a WWE fan, nothing is greater than watching two giants battle, and in 2010, we saw a feud between Dave Bautista, aka Batista, and John Cena that can only be described as gold. When Batista went heel, he showed us this mean, cocky side that made him undeniably one of the best heels in WWE. The rivalry was filled with brutal bouts, vicious promos, and a storyline that had fans skeptical, excited, and invested. Let's look through the disorder of their feud in 2010 and also figure out why Batista is a natural heel. Batista and John Cena's feud in 2010. The 2010 Batista and John Cena storyline, leading to their feud, stands out as one of the most exciting feuds in WWE history. It all started at Elimination Chamber, as one of the absolute wildest moments in any of the shows. John Cena had just successfully claimed the WWE Championship at the Elimination Chamber after the emotional toll of having to go through the tough match inside the Elimination Chamber. Vince McMahon had different ideas for Cena, as he could order Cena to defend the WWE title against Batista, even though Cena was just in a mentally exhausting match like at Elimination Chamber. Batista, who had given Cena no chance to say a word, jumped on him, and within minutes, he was the WWE Champion. From the moment they got into feud territory, they really all began to escalate to WrestleMania 26, where John Cena took revenge for the loss to Batista, regaining the WWE Championship in a hard-fought match, only to have Batista lose the title when he won it from John Cena. They would eventually face off at Extreme Rules PPV in a last-man-standing match, which was a mixed finish, and Cena had a colorful, controversial victory with Batista taped to the ring post, prohibiting him and his ability to stand so he could end the match, in a classic moment. The feud concluded by Over the Limit with the incredibly ridiculous amount of stunts from a feud and the I Quit match, where Batista had John Cena deliver an attitude adjustment to him off the hood of a car, through a stage. Batista then said, "I quit," and left the WWE soon after. What a feud! Show the personal savageness and bait nature of Cena's High and Tight were amazing, and they both worked so well to make a personal saga. There is no question about the awesome chemistry Batista and Cena had, and as a huge fan, I loved every cage punch, verbal jab, and all the drama they created. Why Batista as a heel was the bad guy we loved to hate. Batista as a heel was like a caged wild animal that was let out into the wild, and he was phenomenal. During Batista's heel turn in 2010, we saw a side of him that was overconfident, brash, and terrifying, while making sense by sheer size of intimidation. Even charismatic enough to get the crowd fired up as a babyface, there were times where his babyface run had flat moments. Conversely, heel Batista was a superstar on the mic, exploding with rage and bantering off so effortlessly like it was pure poetry flowing from an easy spot in his mind. Batista had a feud with Rey Mysterio in 2009, which was pretty magical and the epitome of heel work for building up a brutal feud. Under the guise of getting back at the SmackDown roster for losing at bragging rights, they turned on Rey, making Rey feel solely responsible for their loss. By the way, with the fan base watching Batista and The Undertaker wrestle each other, especially WrestleMania 23, in some ways it was like watching two gladiators face off to achieve victory. During this time, Batista had also matches against Randy Orton and King Booker, where he could show his cockiness while making fans also hate him. Since he was able to utilize the heel intimidation factor with every match, it allowed to be a much more cynical/street entertaining version of himself as a wrestler, and as a fan watching it, I couldn't get enough of his larger-than-life bad guy swagger. It's easy to understand why he had such an impact in WWE.